We're coming up on 5:39 here on your Wednesday morning. Oh, man, this weather has been absolutely phenomenal, Alex.
Yeah, I was just saying yesterday, I was driving up 75, and I'm noticing the leaves are beginning to change. Hey, we're getting some yellows in there, some reds as well. And that is about 3 or 4 weeks ahead of where we should be here in central Georgia in terms of the foliage. But it's no surprise with the cool mornings we've been seeing. It's fooling the plants, and maybe we'll just keep this fall thing going through the rest of fall. That'd be nice. Here's a live look across downtown this morning. Temperatures, they're in the 40s. So, yeah, a good reason for the plants to be fooled. Winds out of the west at about 5 miles an hour. 48 here in Macon, Byron, Fort Valley. 50 in Warner Robins, 48 down in Perry, 50 in Cochran and in Hawkinsville this morning, hanging on to 59 there in Thomaston and 51 in Butler. Down to the south, more 40s and 50s as we roll on into this Wednesday. The satellite radar is quiet here in central Georgia this morning, not looking at much in the way of cloud cover, and really across the southeast it's quiet. You get some clouds down across southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and into the Florida Panhandle. Head up towards the northeast, you run into a coastal storm up there. That low pressure is the same energy that was tied to Hurricane Ian, still hanging around up there. Wind and rain this morning, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, all the way down into the Richmond, Virginia area. But that is going to stop right there and not come any further south. So as we head through the day today, look for these temperatures to warm into the 70s by the noon hour and to the upper 70s for the afternoon. I'm forecasting a high right around 80 here in Macon. Then once we get into the overnight hours, maybe a few degrees cooler than we are this morning. That's going to be the general trend. The morning continuing to get cooler, the afternoons continuing to get warmer, so a bigger gap between the high and the low temperature. Once we roll this on into Thursday afternoon, again, a few degrees warmer than we'll be today. And then for Friday morning, we're still going to be looking at temperatures in the 40s and into the afternoon and evening hours into the mid 80s before all is said and done. But you kind of saw it there on that previous model. You see it here definitely on this model. This is a front coming through. Notice the clouds from northeast to southwest moving to the southeast. That's indicative of a cold front bringing cooler air with it, but not exactly bringing any rain with it, which we could use here in central Georgia. We are running a bit of a deficit now. Into the mid 80s by Friday, 86, 78 by the time we get to Sunday. With the cool mornings continuing until we get to about the weekend or so with the increased cloud cover, not able to cool off as much during the overnight hours. A check of the tropics this morning, an 80% chance of development with this cluster of storms in the Lesser Antilles, but notice it's moving almost due west there, so not a concern for us. We do have Tropical Depression 12 out closer to Africa, the Cabo Verde Islands, and that is just going to meander around out there, not even going to be a concern for us as well. Of course, with going through Ian now, the next name on the list will be Julia, followed by Carl and Lisa. Today, look for a high temperature of about 80 degrees, mostly sunny, similar to yesterday. Sunrise is at 7:31 this morning, and the fair begins tomorrow. How about temperatures in the mid 80s? An awesome day. Sun doesn't set until 7:12 tomorrow night. Here is the 7-day forecast. A fantastic fair forecast as it gets started tomorrow and continues for the next 10 days. 86 for Friday, then comes that front with increased cloud cover for Saturday, back into the 70s next week.